Hello friends, welcome to my channel SDET-QA Test Automation, and today is the ninth session on Nightwatch training. So till now we have seen that how we can install the Nightwatch, how we can do the initial configuration, the Nightwatch configuration, all the settings we have seen that how we can use the Nightwatch documentation for do the configuration. We have left with how we can write the test, how we can execute the test. Here you can see that I have done some changes from the previous session. If you see the recorded video, then you can find that there are some changes there. The little bit changes I have done that. In the configuration file, you can see that I have removed all the given folders. Only I have defined the required things. Right now it is not required, so I have removed that the folders, whatever I have defined it there. Later I will add it once we will require it. On the left hand side you can see that I can just remove, I can just update it the folder name. Okay, it was initially in the capital letter, not looking good, and it was not at the good practice to keep the in the capital letter. So we will have to define the folder name like that. So that's why I have given, so it looks a better way to that. So our framework is almost ready, okay, to write the test cases. And we will now we will write the test case, or you can say the test step, our first test, and we will go and execute the test. Okay, before starting that one, I will tell you that there is some issue here. Once we will write and execute the test cases, it won't execute, but we will fix it also, so that once I will execute and run it, you will know that what the error you will get it and what is the error is here and how to fix that one. So it will good that from our mistake we will learn it. Okay, so be with me and we are good to go with that, how we will execute and write the test cases. So first let me go to the Nightwatch website. So I am opening the Nightwatch website, and I'm going to the 2.0 beta version. Here I am going to the developer guide, and then under the using Nightwatch you will find the writing the tests. Okay, under writing the test you can see that there are multiple things like how you can write the test cases. Okay, so using the right you can say the describe interface. What is meaning that that you can see a term called BDD. Okay, what's this BDD, man? Means that this is behavior driven development. Okay, if you want to know more information, just search for BDD. Okay, in test. Okay, and let's see that. Okay, so you can see that behavior driven development is a testing practice that follow the idea of specification by example of the test driven development. Okay, so you can go and learn more about that one if you want to know more about this what is called BDD, but this is not our scope right now. Okay, so they have given some basic example also. So basically Nightwatch come with the inbuilt runner that is it's supported, that is called the Mocha. Okay, so that basically uses the BDD, right? So that's why you have seen this one. So I'm initially going this is the easy one, that is called the export interface. So this is the easiest one. You have already seen that the module dot exports we have used it. So here you can see that the module dot export is there, and there are some few steps is there to write the test cases, right? So this is going to be that this website. Okay, and they're going to search something into like nightwatch.js and they will execute the steps. Okay, so what I'm gonna do it here, I'm just going to create the same thing. I'm just copying this text from here and I'm going to create a test from directly from here. Okay, so for that I have created a test folder here. Inside that one I'm going to create a file and I'm naming as a my first test.js. Okay, and inside that one I'm going to put my code. Okay, so right now you can see that how this is written. Maybe you will wondering that from where I got this URL, wait for element visual, and what is this browser. Okay, so don't get confused by that one. We will understand later. Okay, but first our task is to understand that whether our framework setup, whatever we have done it, that is basically working or not. So first initial step is that our framework setup should work basically, right? So my first task is to perform this setup that okay, everything is working fine and it is running, so that we will move to the next step, right? So I have written my first step, just copying pasting from the given example. Now next, once we are ready with the uh, test, next is that to execute the test. So how we will execute the test? So if you go here and if you go to the running the test, you will see that the Nightwatch runner. Okay, so here it's telling that Nightwatch includes a command line test runner, which makes it easy to run the test and generate the useful output. Okay, so it is telling that if you have installed Nightwatch globally with -G option, then the Nightwatch will be available everywhere. Okay, so what you have to do is, like, I'm going to search it npm Nightwatch. So this call link you will see at npm I Nightwatch. In place of I, if you have given like -G Nightwatch, so what will happen that it will basically install the Nightwatch globally, so that it will available for whole system. Okay, so you don't need to call it specifically. But what we have done it, we have not installed globally. So what next is that we have to do something extra for running our code. So what we have to do it, for Windows they have given that create a file called nightwatch.js, and we have to put this command. Okay, so we are going to do the same thing. What we have to do is go to the project root folder, create a folder called nightwatch.js. Okay, I have this file, and what we have to do it, copy this command and just put this. Now your question is why it is required, where is this, right? Nightwatch.bin.runner. So let me show you. So it will basically, you will find it under node modules. If you go inside, you will find Nightwatch. Here it is, Nightwatch. Under this you will go to bin, and then you will find runner.js. So basically it is looking for this file. Okay, so that's why we are pointing. This is a runner, which is basically execute your test cases. Okay, this is the file which is responsible for executing and running your test cases. Okay, so that's simple. We have to do it right now, but we can do a lot of things here. Okay, that we can understand later. Okay, but right now what we have to do it, just you have to create a nightwatch.js file and put this required nightwatch slash bin slash runner.js. That's done. We don't need to do anything. Now after that, I'm good to say that all the thing is ready for me. My configuration is ready, my test is ready, my runner is ready, all the thing is setup is ready. We are good to go and execute the test cases, right? So how we can execute the test cases? They have given that you have to execute the test cases using node nightwatch.js, and you have to give the source from where you are trying to run the test cases. So we are going to do in same way. So I'm opening the terminal. Okay, and before executing this, I'm telling you that it will not going to run it, it will going to give some error. Okay, so from this error we will understand that what error it is there, and then we will try to fix this. Okay, so yeah, first I start with running. So what we have to do it, let me first go to the this workspace, right? So I'm going to write nightwatch, sorry, node nightwatch.js, then I'm giving test folder, and inside that my JavaScript file is there, right? And I will hit enter. Okay, so here it happens. What happens here is our test not executed and we got some error. What error we got at? The first error is we got it. Remember here, it's trying to starting the Selenium server on port 4444, which we have given in the configuration file. If you see the configuration file, the port is 4444, right? And another thing we got it, it is trying to start the Selenium server and cannot resolve the path. This error I'm not sure, but let's see the next one. Please check that the WebDriver.server path configure property is set correctly. Now here some catch is there. I don't know whether this is a Nightwatch error or something, some issue is there in the Nightwatch, because it should not say that the WebDriver path is not set correctly, because we are using the Selenium one and it is asking for the WebDriver. Yeah, but let's come to the issue. It is telling that unable to create the Selenium server process, right? So now let's come to the issue, where the issue is there. The issue exists here in the jar file, which is selenium server.jar. So initially what I have done it, I went to the download Selenium and I basically downloaded this Selenium grid from here, okay, which is now basically given release the stable version 4.1.1. I have basically 4.1.0 right now. What you have to do it here, in place of Selenium server 4.1.0, let me show you what you need it basically is, let me go to the developer guide, and if I go to the home, okay, here it is. So we basically missed one thing. Not basically I missed it, that we require the Selenium standalone server. We don't require the Selenium server only, but we require the Selenium standalone server for running our test. Okay, but from where we will get it, right? That is the question. Correct. So for getting this, what we have to do it, they have given the page. I'm opening this and you can see that this is the Google API from the Selenium, from where you can get all the, you can see that they have given the older directory here. And if you go inside that one, like I'm going to the 4.0, you can find that Selenium server standalone 4.0 alpha.jar, 4.0 alpha 2.jar, right? This is the standalone jar you required it. Okay, which is the stable version is there, you can download it. Okay, this was missing basically. Okay, so in place of this jar which is Selenium grid I have downloaded, you have to get this one. I will give the link of this um, Selenium path from where you will get the standalone jar in the description, and you can get it and download it. So I have already downloaded this standalone jar. Okay, so what I'm gonna do it, I'm going to copy this and put it here. Okay, it copied, and I'm just copy the file name, and in the configuration file in place of this one I will paste it. Okay, so we have given the standalone jar. So we remember guys, so we don't need this Selenium server 4.1.0 jar. We require the standalone jar for working with the Selenium in Nightwatch. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. This was my mistake. Okay, Now let's go to the terminal again and try running the test. Still giving some problem sometime. So let me go to the workspace, then I'm typing node nightwatch.js, and then I'm giving uh, my first test.js, and let me hit enter. Okay, you can see that it's telling that the starting Selenium server on port 4444, and here it goes. Our browser got launched. It is opening the given website, and it is searching the Nightwatch, and it's done. And our test case executed successfully. But still we are getting these things, right? So that's why I'm telling that I'm not sure whether it is issue with the Nightwatch current version or what, but it is asking us to set the WebDriver path. So let's do that one also. Okay, so we have the Selenium settings here. Okay, what I'm gonna do it, I have to set the WebDriver, right? So for setting the WebDriver, what I'm going to do it, I'm going to just go to the configuration, and under all settings we will find that we have the WebDriver settings. So WebDriver, in place of Selenium, I'm going to put the WebDriver. Sorry, here is the WebDriver, and this is not required. Okay, now what next is that from where we will get the WebDriver for Nightwatch, right? Or JavaScript, you can say that, correct? For getting this, it's very simple. Go to the download Selenium, and here you can see that for JavaScript we have the stable version. You have to click on this one. You will get it here. Just copy this command, run it, some issue is there, not copied. Okay, I'm going to install the Selenium WebDriver. Okay, so Selenium WebDriver I should have installed. Let me go and check in the package.json, and you can see that Selenium Server WebDriver 4.1.0 version is installed. Okay, now how we can give the path? It's very simple. As we have installed through the package.json, what we have to do is you can write require and then write Selenium. It will give you the hint Selenium WebDriver dot path. Okay, it's done. Now for time being I am disabling this Selenium. Okay, why I'm doing this I will let you know. Actually from the documentation, if you see here from the, if Selenium server is being used, then the connection related to the settings will be placed under the Selenium. If both WebDriver and Selenium dictionary are present, the Selenium option will be merged with the WebDrivers ones, right? That the setting is telling, correct? Now what is happening that here? Let's see that. I have the Selenium settings. I have the WebDriver settings. Okay. I have configured the path also. So now we are good to run it. So I'm going to run the test. If I run the test, my test will run also fine. But still I'm getting the same error which we used to get it previously, right? you can see that we are opening the browser and it is printing everything, and everything is succeeding. There is no issue here, but only issue what we are facing it in the terminal, that it is telling that okay, there is some issue in the path. Okay, there is no issue there, everything is fine only, but only thing we are getting is there, please check that the server path is set correctly. Okay, don't know why it is telling. So for time being, what is telling, I'm doing that, I'm just disabling this Selenium and I'm only using the WebDriver one. Okay, when I will use this WebDriver one, let's see that I'm not going to use the Selenium one, I'm going to use the only the WebDriver part. So when I'm going to use the WebDriver part, I have disabled the Selenium part. So here you can see that it is also working fine for us, and we are not getting any issue related to that one. Let me clear everything and run it again for you. Okay, you see that it's successfully completed all the test, no issue happens, and whatever we have given it successfully completed without any issue, right? So our setup is almost ready, our configuration is ready, our test is executing fine, but only thing is that our WebDriver and the Selenium both are not executing at the same time. Some console error we are getting, that is basically not harming anything for executing our test, but basically we should not get it. I will try to find the solution for that one. I will let you know how to fix that one, but right now we are sure we are getting this, and we have to fix this, how it will be going. Okay, so what we have seen it to that how we can execute the test cases, how we will write the test cases. Still there are a lot of things is there in the execution. Okay, right, regarding these command line option, how we will use this command line options. Okay, in the next sessions we will see that, because there is some question is there, right? The question is where we have used this, we have not used that these things, correct? We have not used this, because if you see that if I am running the test, the Chrome browser is opening, right? But it is not maximizing, there is nothing is there, right? But how we can fix that one, correct? You can see that we have given that browser should be maximized, just to disable them extension and all the things, right? So if you remember that I have given some default setting, right? So it is taking from the default one because we have not specified anything, right? So from next session, we will see that how we will use this environment, this command line option, okay, and to use in our running the test cases, right? Few things we will see, few things we will see later once we will move to our next sessions, and also we will move to the some other commands. So till now our framework is ready for writing and just understanding that how we will write the test cases, how we will configure the test cases. Okay, so what I will do it, I will put this project into the Google Drive and I will share it to in the link in the description so that you people can download it into your project. What you have to do it, you have to just download the project, you have to open it into the Visual Studio Code, and just you have to give the npm install, and whatever command I have given you, it should run in your system also. If you face any issues, just let me know through the comments or any other way, like if you want to give the mail or something like that, you can do it free, and I will reply on that one. I will try to resolve your issue. So thanks for watching my video. I'm stopping the video for today. In the next session we will go for more details about how to running the test cases and all other stuffs. Yeah, so thanks for watching my video, and I will uh, come with the next video with the more advanced topics. Thanks, have a nice day, bye.